Say my name.
Breaking Banquet.
You're goddamn right.
Wings returned to YouTube.
We gave you basically, there's 3 options that Jordy had. The first of which was come onto the show, apologize, take accountability, fix your shit, do it in an entertaining way, do it and make money. He said, nah, pimp, pay me what you owe me, pimp, I'm out, pimp, I'm out of here, pimp. The second option was to do what every YouTuber ever has done, which is lay low for a while, work on it in the background, come back when you're better. Guess what he did instead? He waited 9 days, 10 days, went live 10 days later. That's the, and then tried to downplay everything. You came back to try to tell the internet they were wrong. Guess how many times that's worked for a YouTuber ever? 0 times. You can't tell the internet that the internet's wrong. You dumb motherfucker. I'm so goddamn mad. Go ahead. I'll shut up.
Long story short, he's in a Rainbow Six lobby with people who he trusts, you know, Wings' online friends, which he truly trusts, that are secretly recording him, okay? And he's telling the online friend while he's playing Rainbow Six, oh yeah, I'm done with that. I'm gonna get paid out 40 grand.
What? Again, what on what planet are you getting a payout of 40K? Not this reality, bitch.
So 1, that's just not true, all right? But 2, he's breaking the NDA. But 3, you know, his online friends are not his online friends. Someone recorded him saying that, sent it directly to one of his detractors, right? And now we have him breaking the NDA and just airing out
Drake
like
King,
finances,
Jamie
which he's not supposed to do.
20
That put us in like a horrible situation, because if anyone were to believe that number, then it's like now we're scamming him. Right? It's just not true. So he clearly is in violation of the NDA that I signed, which has now happened like multiple times. Obviously, you know, the whole reason.
I think he tried to roll back on his.
Don't forget, by the way.
Saying,
Don't forget, by the way, he keeps saying, Keem, you broke the NDA. Keemstar broke the NDA. Keemstar broke the NDA. Explain to the audience what, because you can't seem to explain to Jordy. Explain to the audience why that's a stupid thing to say.
I don't know how to explain this any more. I am the company. This is my private information that I can say whatever I want. It doesn't matter, right? If Boogie and Wings, the one that have signed the NDA with me, the company, they're the ones that can't leak shit. I can. I don't know where the disconnect is. Like, if you go to our Twitter right now, where I put out a tweet about him breaking NDA, there's like 50 responses. Well, Keem, you did too. I'm the company. Like, I don't, are we lost? And then there was, you know, Grievous Demise is in the chat, in the Discord, and he's like, well, Keem, I think you have to pay some fine for breaking the end. I'm the company, Grievous Demise. I don't understand the disconnect here. I don't get,
Yeah, why would you sign an agreement with yourself?
He threw out a random number to see if he could trust these people, and that he actually has no idea what any of the numbers actually are.
Yeah.
So he tried to control it out.
He gets exposed. Wings gets exposed for, you know, breaking NDA and all this stuff. And then he did a live stream today where he talked about a bunch of stuff, which we're going to review and we're going to respond to.
Yeah, I'm trying to resolve. I'm trying to hold in my ire. I'm so mad at this guy right now. He really hurt my feelings today, genuinely.
We'll explain, because we talked. This is the reason why Boogie's so pissed off is because after his stream today, me and Boogie got on the phone with Wings and we had a big fight. It was me, Boogie, Wings, and Kelly. And the 4 of us got into one hell of a fight.
Look here, pimp. My forward momentum leaked the NDA.
Wings and Boogie got into such a heated fight that like Boogie like rage quit and like left the call.
No, he said, oh, this conversation would be way more productive without Boogie here. I've texted Jordy, I think about a dozen times, had a private conversation with Kelly, who, by the way, I still feel sorry for you, Kelly, but you are pissing me off too, by the way, lady. And let me ask you, when I was going through the worst time in my YouTube career, Keemstar, How many times did
I'm
you and I
sorry.
talk?
All right, so this is what Wings said on his stream earlier today.
And at the same time, I was trying to put on a show. So, like, in my head, I was like, okay, I just fucked up. But at the same time, I feel like the fuck up I did shouldn't have been a fuck up. And it really got in my head, and I just started like kind of crashing out and just like going off the rails with it. Trying to pick my words carefully here. And what ended up happening was like I had no intention did I ever want to hit anybody, right? Like when I was at the scale and I was supposed to do the weigh-in, because like there's people made a lot of assumptions, right? Because I remember somebody saying that, oh, he took his keys, his watch, and everything off because he knew what was about to happen. No, I took my keys, my watch, and everything off because I didn't want the extra weight for me to weigh, right? Because I wanted to be 404 like I was that morning in the cabin, right?
So I believe
and
that.
Like, they always want to weigh on camera at the end of the day after you drank water, you might have ate something, you might have to poop. There's all kinds of variables that go into it. I usually weigh myself for the first thing I get up and after the morning tinkle. That's usually how I do it. But that's the reason I took all my shit off, right? And I was just amped up. I had adrenaline going. And even when I went over to Keem and I like pointed at the camera, I wasn't wanting to fight him there either. But like my adrenaline was going. And what ended up happening was like when Keemstar stood up, like I kind of like got into his personal space a little bit and my belly bumped him because I got a big fat ass belly. And he put his arm out like this to make space. But in my head, it instantly went to like, oh, he just fucking pushed me. And I pushed him back and then nothing happened, right? Like he grabbed my throat. I reached over and grabbed his throat. It kind of just died right there, right? Because I didn't want to hit him. He didn't want to hit me. We went our separate ways, but I was still hot. I still had adrenaline pumping through me. You know, I mean, to the point where like my hands were shaking. You know, you kind of get the adrenaline stuff, and like I went into the house to cool off. Other things happened, right? Other people kind of got loud with me and told me what I should do and what I shouldn't do and stuff in the house. And I'm like, whatever. So like I started getting my stuff because like, okay, I just attacked the boss. I'm going home. So I went and grabbed my clippers, and they are clippers. They're not a gun or anything like that. They're clippers. Matter of fact, I could probably show you. No, the other person was not Kelly. Kelly was trying to calm me down almost the whole time.
No, you can go back to the footage and see that I did not shove him. He pushed me, and as soon as I was being pushed, I put my hand up on his throat to have one swing hand free in case it was going down. That's exactly what I did. You know? But anyhow.
I hear them basically talking trash, saying I dig deeper holes and stuff like that. So I'm going to go over there, and I did it in the wrong manner, right? I kind of like was walking fast because I was ill with them. And everybody took that as me going over there to start shit again. And they started like holding me back and everything like that. So I started like, I don't know if you guys know, but there was a guy in front of me. His name was Ken. Ken's this big ass motherfucker. He's like 6'5", 250 pounds, former military. And like, if I want to get what I want to say in, I'm about to get past this dude. So I started like pushing my shoulder down and like pushing through Ken. And then everybody starts grabbing me. And once they start grabbing me, I'm trying to like shake him off, and you know what happened. Basically, I let my personal vendetta and rage get the best of me, and it put somebody I hurt, somebody I love, in a place they could get hurt. And I take full responsibility for that. Can I explain the slap video in the car? Well, calling it a slap is, I mean, I can see how you could call it a slap, but it's more the sound than the actual action. And that's more to do with anxiety than anything else. Like, we were in Atlanta, and Kelly was driving I just got done driving probably 6 hours or whatever it might be. And like I needed a break, and we were trying to make it from Myrtle Beach to Montgomery, Alabama in one go. So like after about 6 hours, like, all right, I need a break. So Kelly took over right around Atlanta. Oh shit, Shy donated $125. Thank you, Shy.
Thank you, Shy.
Shy, you a real one, man.
I love me some Shy.
And
I'm drinking out of my mug, too.
yeah, she does have her mug. So we're in Atlanta, and like she gets into the heavy traffic. Anybody's ever been in traffic in Atlanta? Atlanta traffic's bad. It's not LA bad, but it's close, right? It's bad. You got, I hate to say this, but you got Hellcats going everywhere. Like Hellcats, like the unofficial car of Atlanta.
They love their Dodges.
Yeah, they love the Dodgers over there in Atlanta. But regardless, we miss an exit, and we get dumped off into one of the ghettos of Atlanta, a ghetto called Bankhead. If anybody's not familiar with South, Bankhead is not a spot you want to be in, right? I mean,
I'll tell you, one thing that really annoys me is the over-explaining Wings does. Like, good Lord, do I need to know every detail?
What was the weather like at the time?
He's like, yeah, the weather was doing this. There was a tree close to the road. It's like, bro, come on, brother.
For the record, Bankhead has a crime score of 7, which is about 3 points higher than the national average. So it is considerably. It's not like a 10. It's not like downtown Chicago. Okay. The national average is 4. I'm reading right here at homes.com. But just to be clear, he's not wrong. It's a little bit dangerous. A little bit dangerous. Maybe not slap your wife dangerous, but a little bit dangerous.
Okay, we're not in the greatest spot. And Kelly starts blaring on the horn. Somebody literally Kelly was at a red light, and somebody moved in front of her, and she starts blowing the horn. I mean, she was just here. Maybe she'll explain what she was thinking about. And I'm like, Kelly, stop. And I tell her 2 or 3 times. You don't see how many times I tell her to stop.
If the man's genuinely in some sort of therapy, and he's taking anger management courses, which you can't get done in a short period of time, he's got a hell of a lot more to go. But maybe they'll teach you conflict resolution, because there's about 1 million ways to resolve that with your wife that don't involve about 1 million before slap your wife's hand away from the phone like she's a child about to reach for a stove, right? So the problem, again, I've said this, you said this, I think, as well. The clip in isolation where he slaps his wife off the wheel or whatever, not a great clip, but it's not career ending, right? But you should never do that. There's so many better ways to have done that.
He still sees the car slapping video as a nothing burger. Before the incident took place, before Wings even pushed Kelly, pushed me, anything, he was saying, hey, I recorded Wings and Kelly on the way to Fat Camp, and they were arguing and fighting. And I got so much footage. And at one point, it got ugly. He was telling everyone.
He told me at the beginning of Fat Camp, he's like, yeah, I was trying to vlog down here. The footage is entirely unusable. All they did was argue from the moment we left to the moment we got here.
So then,
I was like, okay.
So then this is what happens, Rostov, right? After he pushes Kelly, after he pushes me, after he leaves, then Twiggy's bringing up the footage again that he has, and everyone's like, oh, now we want to see this. You know what I mean? Because we want to know if we're dealing with someone that's actually does domestic violence. And so I think John went and grabbed the clip, edited it up so we could all watch it in the theater room, and we all saw it, and we all had the same opinion. Yes, Kelly doesn't have a black eye. Yes, Kelly doesn't have a broken arm. But it's still
Powerade
laying hands on your wife.
Super chatted $20.27. This is why you told Wings to stay offline. He
Yup.
came back and got in positions to do stupid shit like this.
Yup.
So you don't it wasn't a malicious let's fuck him over sort of thing. He was just a holy crap, this was bad. Here it is.
Yeah.
It's the same as when I told Keemstar about them fighting in the Airbnb in up in Buffalo, right? I told him about that just almost anecdotally, right? You're like, yeah, they got into a really bad fight this morning. I think Jordy might be in a bad mood, right? That's it. I don't think Twiggy was trying to put the guy on blast or sell him out.
I was in this small space. The reason I got in front of Doherty is because I wanted to stop him. And the easiest way to stop this man was for me to get in front of him, because I knew this man was not going to hurt me. Okay? I just know it. So when I got in front of him, well, actually, I was trying to.
Turns out you're wrong. Turns out you were fucking wrong.
This is why, Kelly, Wings, I know you're probably watching right now. This is why you listen to Keemstar. When Keemstar says stay offline, stay offline. Kelly said, word for word, the reason why I got in front of Jordy is because I knew he was not going to hurt me. And then, and that whole thing is going to be clipped now. You guys don't understand the internet. Wings literally thinks, oh, I can play Rainbow Six and talk about my personal finances, about LolCow Live. No one's going to record me. No one's going to send it to one of my detractors. You guys don't understand the internet at all. You're never going to. And this is why Wings has been a LolCow for a fucking, since 2017, almost a decade. It's because he doesn't understand the internet. He doesn't. Anyhow,
I told him on the phone today the best advice that anyone could give him right now. And Jordy, if you're listening, let me reiterate, because I'm not screaming this time, so maybe you can hear it a little clearer. For the rest of your life, if you're in a public place, if you're alone at the grocery store with your wife in an aisle alone, presume every word you speak will be recorded and played back by Mr. YOLO Dick Swagger or all these other mother pieces of shit. That's how it is for the rest of your life. You just need to presume everything you say is going to be recorded and scrutinized forever. Just accept that.
I can literally watch that clip and instantly see the meme. The meme. Instantly. I knew if I got in front of him, he wasn't going to hurt me, and then clip of her getting thrown on the table. It's not simple.
That's exactly what it got posted up as too. Yep.
It did already?
Yeah, so I'm breaking back with exactly how you just said it.
See?
There.